Let your body settle now. Your shoulders, feel how they want to climb up toward your ears. They don't need to do that, just let them drop. Your hands, where are they resting? Notice the warmth there, the weight of them. Your jaw, you might be holding it tighter than you realize. Simply let it go. There is nothing your face needs to work through tonight. Your feet, the places where they meet the bed, heavy now. Feel the blanket across them, the slow warmth spreading upward. The weight of the blanket, the warmth of it. It doesn't matter what happened today. Tonight there is only this. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing to plan. Nothing to remember. It will all be there tomorrow. And as you breathe, the sounds you know grow quiet and something else takes their place. You are in Lin'an. The year is 1180. The Southern Song Dynasty has ruled from this city for over 40 years, and in that time Lin'an has grown into something the world has never quite seen. A city of nearly 1 million people, threaded with canals, fragrant with tea and lacquer and rain. Tonight you will simply rest here. The room is quiet, and the air smells of sandalwood. You are lying on a low platform bed, its frame of pale bamboo, its surface a woven rush mat that holds a faint coolness even now. Against the wall, a folding screen of painted silk mountains half obscured by mist, a lone pine on a ridge, a red seal mark in one corner. On the low table beside you, a ceramic cup in celadon glaze. That particular color the potters of Longquin have made their own, the green of shallow water over stone, the green of a sky just before rain. The cup is empty. It held tea earlier in the evening. The warmth has long since left both the cup and your hands. A small bronze censer sits near the screen, its coils of smoke long settled. The room still holds the sandalwood that burned there at dusk, a faint incense warmth in the wood of the beams, in the silk of the screen. The oil lamp on the shelf is a wick send from going out. Its light is narrow, amber, and very still. The window faces west. Westlake is out there. Only a slice of dark water visible between the roof lines, but that is enough. Zai Hu, the West Lake. It has been here far longer than the city that surrounds it, far longer than the dynasty that chose this place as its capital when the North was lost. Poets have been writing about this lake for centuries. Still, they find it has more to say. At this hour, the lake is dark and very still. The near shore shows a line of willows, only shapes now, soft and indistinct, trailing their branches to the water's edge. And further south, the Leifeng Pagoda. 5 stories of pale brick rising from the hillside above the water, its profile dark against the slightly lighter sky. It has stood there for 200 years, and it stands still. The lake's surface takes the sky and holds it, a soft, dark mirror, trembling only where a night bird touched it and moved on. There is a mist beginning to form. Not fog, not yet, only a thickening of the air, a blurring of the far shore. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing to plan, nothing to remember. The lake has been here and will be here. Earlier this evening, tea arrived on a black lacquer tray. Not the simple brew you might expect. The leaves were dried and ground to a fine powder, the color of new moss. And when the water came just below boiling, a small whisk of split bamboo worked the powder into foam. The surface of the tea became white. That was the point. The whitest foam, the finest grind, the cleanest bowl. White tea against black lacquer. The bowl itself is wide and low, its glaze a deep iron black. The tea masters of this era will spend decades arguing about the proper shade of the glaze, the proper temperature of the water, the proper weight of the whisk stroke. They are not wrong to argue. The tea is that good. But the cup beside you is long empty. The tray holds only its smooth black surface and the faint ring where the bowl sat. Somewhere in the Lingyin hills, the dawn fog is already climbing the west-facing slopes. The particular mist and altitude, and hand in which a tea grows that will be famous for 1,000 years. Faint and far below, the last sounds of the night market. Lin'an's markets do not close at dark. This is unusual in the world of 1180. Elsewhere, markets close when the light fails. Here, lanterns come out and stalls stay open, and the streets fill a second time. The night markets have been running past the third watch, past midnight itself, for generations. By now, the market is thinning, but you can still hear it just. A vendor's two-note call, carrying even at this distance. The sound of a wooden clapper in a lantern-lit alley, a storyteller perhaps, or a shadow puppet show. A flute, someone walking home, playing as they walk the dizi, the transverse bamboo flute, and the melody comes and goes with the turns of the alley, present for a moment, blocked by a wall, returning slightly changed. Then it rounds another corner and is gone entirely. The night market breathes its last. The voice is thin. What remains is the city's quieter self. Out on the water, the last boats are coming in. The wupeng boats of Westlake, low wooden hulls, black lacquered, with a curved bamboo canopy arching over the passengers like a dark shell. They have been on the lake all evening, moving between lantern-lit tea houses and island pavilions. Now they are returning to their moorings, their own lanterns swaying with the motion of the oar. The oar is worked from the stern with a slow figure-eight motion, the blade describing lazy curves in the black water. The sound it makes is a soft, intermittent dripping, not the creak and splash of a northern rowboat, something quieter, more controlled, a sound like the lake thinking. The fishing lanterns are still on the water, small lights far from shore, trembling on the surface, too steady to be reflections. A fisherman in a round-bottomed boat, a lantern hung at the bow to draw the fish up from the dark. He has been out since before the market began. He is in no hurry. The fish come when they come. There is nothing you need to solve right now. The boats know their way home without any light but their own. Then the bell. It comes from the northwest, from Lingyin Temple, where the mountain meets the lake and the monks have kept their bells since the year 326. The temple is old beyond the memory of this dynasty, older than the song, older than the Tang before them. Its bronze bell, when it is struck, sends a sound that reaches across the water and the willows and arrives here as something felt as much as heard. One stroke, a low hum that spreads outward from the point of impact, widening like a ring on water, losing definition as it travels. What reaches you is less a sound than a pressure, a slight settling in the chest. The bell does not need to be loud at this distance. At the base of the Leifeng Pagoda, the night monks have completed their evening recitation. Their syllables worn smooth with repetition until they have become less language than texture, the sound of breath in a stone room. Now they are silent. The bell's last vibration finally gives out somewhere above the lake. The air after the bell is very quiet, the kind of quiet that only comes after something large has passed through it. Across the lake, the Sioux Causeway runs from south to north. It was built 90 years ago, 1090, when the poet Su came to Lin'an as its governor and found the lake silting up. He put men to work dredging, piled the dredged earth into an embankment crossing from shore to shore. That embankment became a road. The road became a causeway. The causeway got 6 stone bridges, and the whole became so beautiful that people began walking it for pleasure rather than transit. At this hour, it is empty. The willows hang their branches over the path and over the water on both sides. The path curves slightly at each bridge as if the causeway is uncertain of its direction and takes a moment to reconsider. The stone arches have turned green with moss along the waterline. Water moves through them, quiet and steady. The rain starts without announcing itself. First on the higher roof tiles, a scattered sound, irregular, like someone setting down small stones one by one. Then more of them. The rate increases slowly, and you cannot mark the moment when it became rain rather than the precursor to rain. It is simply rain now. The paper window holds the sound and filters it. Rain on the tiles above. Rain on the courtyard stones below. And further out, rain on the lake, a completely different sound, softer and more continuous. A hiss that is almost no sound at all. The lake accepts the rain without protest. The rain and the lake are made of the same thing, and the meeting is quiet. By morning, the mist will be total. The Leifeng Pagoda will disappear into the white. The Sioux Causeway will become a gray line fading into nothing. The poets who write about Westlake in the rain call it the most beautiful version of the lake, not despite the invisibility, but because of it. The lake in rain is a lake without edges. But that is morning. Now there is only the rain on the tiles, and the warmth beneath the blanket, and the lamp giving its last light. Your thoughts are loosening now. The smell of sandalwood and rain. The celadon green of the cup beside you. The sound of water on tiles, on the lake, in the canal one street over where it moves through the city, carrying whatever falls into it and releasing it somewhere downstream. Outside, 1 million people are sleeping, or almost sleeping, or lying in rooms like this one, listening to the rain. They are in the city that 60 years ago was assembled from marsh and lakeside and ambition, because the emperor had nowhere else to go, because the north had been lost, because this was the place where the dynasty made its stand and called it Lin'an, the temporary pacification, as if they always meant to go back. They never went back. The lake was beautiful. The tea was extraordinary. The night markets ran past midnight. Marco Polo would come 100 years after this night and call the city the most beautiful and magnificent in the world. But that is the future. This is 1180. The rain is on the tiles. The lamp has gone out. The lake is out there in the dark, very wide, holding the rain on its surface as it holds everything. Easily, without effort, the water takes it all. The water lets it all pass through. You don't need to hold anything tonight. The lake is holding it. The rain continues, steady now. No variation, no accent, just the rain on the tile and the rain on the water and the rain on the willows standing patient in the dark. There is nothing you need to carry. Just let the rain take it.